Hi.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Day 2. We
did it.
Today is day 2.
We made it.
Okay, so the big question becomes, what was your favorite activity today on Ancestor Day for WikiTree week, day 2?
Oh, just traveling through time and space. That was pretty fun. Trying not to break the laws of time travel,
What are the laws of time travel?
Well, don't create any temporal paradoxes. Don't, destroy something or someone so they don't not be born in the future. Stuff like that. Or you can't. There are fixed points of time you can't really mess with. So yeah.
I feel like you need to add, don't bring any stray cats back with you or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, everybody in chat, what was your favorite thing that happened today? I got to tell you that for me, the panel was awesome.
That was mine.
Same here.
It was amazing that the experts that come to WikiTree to help us and give us such great ideas. I still am rattling in my head Linda Yip saying, I don't use the word is a lot.
Yeah, that was thought-provoking.
It really was, because you know how many narratives I write, probably what the word is, and I'm making assumptions with just that 2-letter word right there.
Yeah.
Don't run into your other self. That could be a really good time travel tip.
Well,
I think with the panel, I really, really enjoyed the fact that they were willing to answer some of those hard questions and some of those hard, I guess, bio things that happened and we come across in genealogy. The end portion was probably my favorite when we were talking about that, things that sometimes happen in our tree that we don't always like to talk about, and they're a little bit more difficult to bring up, and how to handle those in bios. I really, really appreciated that. So
yeah, that was really good.
And if to put them on the spot with questions like this too is, they came up with really good answers on privacy. What do we do about privacy for living people? And what do we do when we have a really horrific situation? And do we want descendants down the line to know the truth? We do, but how do we put that in? And I think Kelly did a really good job of saying, whose story is this? That
was another thought-provoking statement, I thought.
Well, you don't want to lie to people. Just kind of stretch the truth a little bit. Well, maybe just tell it from a certain point of view. If you will get that one. Just kind of just say it gently, I guess. You don't want.
I liked whoever it was that said basically you present the information that you have.
Yes,
and that other people will interpret it however they're going to interpret it, but you just present that.
And provide a link, the breadcrumbs,
to
that information.
But you just have to remember that history is not there for you to like or dislike. It just is.
And that's a good point, too, because we use the word biased a lot when we were in that panel. We talked about a lot of generational trauma that comes through. And the narrative can, as you write your narratives throughout your family line, particular line, do you see a pattern through there? And is there empathy, lack of empathy, and bias in what we write? We're human. So there's going to be some, but it's up to us to kind of, as Linda said, we're all historians. We're our family historians. Each of us that you see in the studio and everybody that's watching live and after fact, guess what? Congratulations. We gave you the title of family historian. And that's a big responsibility.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. The advice to just get writing and put the stories down is always so timely.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have all the facts, especially if you don't have all the facts. You can always come back later.
And that's a really good point too, Jeff, that Kelly on the panel made. We asked what was maybe the biggest mistake, and I was shocked at her answer. And it really goes along lines with what you just said. She said, don't wait. Put it down. You might not have the start of their story. You might have the middle. You might have the middle to the end. Just write. Spread this. Because once we're gone, if you don't have a family historians that are taking over your work in your family, I don't, they're gone. Our work on WikiTree is free, and that's where we can document everything. And I agree. Don't. This is a good one too. Don't forget the bias of the original source, especially when we're looking at family history books. Some, just history on the area. If you're researching the area or the culture, I know that is a really good thing to mention. And thank you. Thank you, Anne. If you guys click on the like button, we sure do appreciate it. That helps us with the analytics of YouTube. So, okay. So what else did you guys watch today that you found something from?
I just want to say I appreciate Anne Fiorelisi's enthusiasm for everything. It's awesome.
And there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes with this that I don't think everybody understands. This starts way back, months back.
This started the day after last year's ended.
And
maybe the day last year's ended.
And I was laughing with Azure earlier. So for every post that says, "Hey, this roundup is coming up at this time frame," there's a bazillion ones that she does, and this is a manual work that she's got to do. She's got to post it on G2G. She's got to post it on several places on Discord, all the social media, and making sure that people see it, the calendar, things like that. So this is really cool that we celebrate WikiTree this week. But what's really great is that we have all these people that are helping bring these experts to us, because they had to be invited and they had to agree. So thank you to AWIN and Azure, because I know that you two are the driving force to bring these experts to us. And tomorrow, AWIN, is probably the most requested day.
It's very highly anticipated.
And tomorrow is DNA Day. All day talking about DNA.
Yeah, the panel tomorrow is going to be quite something. It's different this time, guys. If you haven't figured this out yet, it's going to be in Zoom, not in StreamYard. So make sure you click the Zoom link to come there, and it will not be in StreamYard, or it won't be in YouTube. It'll be uploaded to YouTube afterwards. But if you want to see it live, you need to come to the Zoom.
And definitely show up on time. I think that have about 12 to 15 questions. And with DNA, there's always questions to follow up with the questions. So definitely make sure that you show up on time for that as you go through. And
you might go to the G2G post. That's a little better. I still have to make the G2G posts for other stuff for tomorrow, but the main one's up there.
If we're going to do the kickoff like we do all week for WikiTree week, we're going to do the kickoff to kind of give you guys a little taste of what's to come. And then the cubicle party, the DNA story swap. There's a lot of really good stories out there about what you've discovered on DNA. Some good, some bad, some brick walls solved. There's a lot of good out there. The new member how-to number 3, you do not need to be a new member to show. If you've got a question on how to do something with WikiTree, join and enjoy that time to learn and get answers along the way. And then the panel that we're talking about is, if you notice, as anyone says, it's on Zoom. This is not going to be a YouTube, because it's packed full of information, and our guests and our panel guests, and we've given them a set question. We've given them.
I'm looking at the schedule. There's going to be a lot of people.
There's going to be a lot of people, and I will tell you that I've done genetic DNA. When I remember in 2014 working in DNA, thinking, "Wow, is it ever going to be easy?" And I know that it doesn't sound like it's easy to a lot of people, but it has become so much easier than when it first hit the scene. And the people that anyone has found for this panel are people I look up to. They are people who taught me early on. These are the cream of the crop in my mind for the DNA experts. And I don't know how you did it.
Oh, you know what? They were all super willing to come and do this for free, which honestly is amazing, I think.
I agree.
So I'm very appreciative of all of them.
I'm excited to see. Yeah, I'm excited to see one of the main guys on this list, Wayne Benninger, because this is like the first time he's going to be on a WikiTree stream.
Yes, and I almost daily use his cousin chart. You know, he's the first cousin chart that I ever use. I have blown it up and put it on my whiteboard, and I will use it as I'm going through lines and erasing and putting cousins up. So I'm just blown away, and I will be a fangirl when I see Blaine. So definitely see this panel. So on Zoom, show up on time, show up early. Maybe we will try and open it up just a few minutes early, because as you know, Zoom, a lot of people are coming and going from that. And then the cubicle party. And Chris, you're kind of host the cubicle parties.
Yes, Kathy and I are going to be hosting the ethnicity show and tell, which is kind of funny because we're both Italian. So we're gonna be like, yeah, we're Italian. What of it? You know.
And a lot of
share their ethnicity results. So
Ancestry just did a major change. How about you guys here in the studio? Did you have major changes?
Do you know what's funny? Every time Ancestry does a DNA update, I get more African.
They narrow it down.
How does what?
I'm about 10% African.
But
and in several different countries, not just like north or west. Like there's quite a few.
That's probably just noise, I think.
No, it's not. I have lines that go back there.
Oh, okay. So it's not noise. All right, that's good.
Really, Jeff and Kristen, what about you? Did you see major changes in your ethnicity past few weeks?
Not majorly. I think mine typically swaps back and forth how like good it is, I guess. My Eastern European got a little bit more accurate, split up into like Lithuania and stuff and Poland. So that was pretty good for me.
I'm looking at mine because I can't remember. Because I'm like, I know they did updates, but you know.
I have a lot of ancestry from Switzerland, and that always gets a little funny. So, just because of the, I guess, area it's in. So.
Karen works at the Ancestry. She tells her colleagues, "I don't think I'm as blank as what we're saying." That's not a good thing to say to your coworkers on the Ancestry, Karen.
And keep in mind that your ethnicity is only as good as the people testing as well. So there are several countries that do not test. It's illegal to test. And I have a lot of my DNA in one of that country. So I'm kind of like Haley with the updates. Sometimes I get a little there. Sometimes it's a really good update. And sometimes I'm still waiting for that country to allow DNA testing.
Yep.
Not a lot of change over here. I mostly see a little couple percent swap back and forth between England and Germanic Europe. So this year I did see a little bit of Iberian Peninsula turn into Sephardic Jew. That's
interesting.
Interesting twist.
Yeah.
Now, as we're talking about this, I want everybody that's watching live and watches afterwards as well to please join us for the cubicle party as we discuss the ethnicity estimate. I am just fascinated to see the global community of WikiTree come together into the cubicle party and talk about where your ethnicity estimates are from. And we say estimates because that's probably the best word to use. Nothing with ethnicity is going to be solid locked down. I don't ever think in my lifetime, at least. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see from a global standpoint the percentages and where people are. You might think that it's like really cool. Oh, okay, Sandy has so much of this, but it might help with brick walls too as you start looking at cousin fate and DNA. And I know that we're going to talk a lot about DNA and sources and WikiTree DNA confirmations and things like that tomorrow as we go along. So if you have any questions about DNA, definitely come into some of these cubicle parties. And then everybody going to be here for the Roundup tomorrow?
Probably, yeah.
I think I'm on the schedule.
There we go. There we go. And I will agree that unfortunately they tested and they decided both lines are very Appalachian. It must have something to do with the biscuits.
Yeah. What's really funny with my test is sometimes that they show my dad, like obviously my dad's all Italian all the time, but like I'm always gonna be half Italian. So, but my mom's side always like fluctuates between French, British, German, whatever. This time it has Danish for some reason. Like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna look that up. I have like nothing remotely Danish related in my family tree, so I don't know where that's coming from. But it's just like one of those things. Not gonna chase windmills. Remember I said that once, Cindy? I'm gonna fight windmills on that one.
It's interesting seeing some people talk about their updates as well and how they flip flop a little bit as you go along, and that's why I just want to point out that if your ethnicity shows something, give Ancestry another year and it'll show something different probably. So if you buy the lederhosen this year, you might need a different outfit for the lasagna next year. You never know as it goes through. So it'll be fun to talk about it tomorrow. And I guess that is it, guys. That is the Roundup for today and a sneak preview of tomorrow. So definitely tune in for the kickoff tomorrow. And how many days do we have until actual WikiTree Day, Awen?
WikiTree Day is Wednesday, so one
more day, and then that's symposiums all day.
Symposiums Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. Okay.
Any questions, comments? No. All right, I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Everybody, thanks for joining us so much. Thanks for being part of WikiTree and WikiTree Week. We appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to click the like button, and we'll see you tomorrow at the kickoff. Bye.
See ya.